Welcome to Miss Music. This is Cochise, Droski, and Judy Luv.
What's going on?
How you doing?
Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah. It's been a good week, man. What's been going on with y'all?
A lot. Just busy.
Busy. Well, you know, they had that shooting.
Another one, I know.
Another shooting. I know. I hate to jump right into it.
You got a lot happens. It seems like it always happens when we leave.
Yeah. So you said you should stay on 24 hours so nothing happened. That's crazy, man. Another shooting happened up in Portland. The crazy thing was, also in Portland, apparently recreational marijuana is being legal to sell now. Yeah. There you go. You can clap for that.
Hey,
so that means there should be less violence.
Well, you think they're going to tie it in?
Nah, because it happened the same day. I think it was too quick to tie in.
Okay.
But my friend posted on Facebook, he's like, with all this stuff that's happening in Portland, he's like, it's a shame, just like another day in America. I thought he was talking about selling weed sales, so I'm posting him like, you pothead. But he was talking about the shooting. I felt bad once I learned a little bit later on in the day.
Yeah.
So what y'all think about that shooting in Umpqua Community College?
It's sad that it's so almost normal. Like, man, another shooting. It's like when I heard about it, I read about it on the internet a little bit, but then after that, it's kind of like the same story, and you kind of get numb to it, which is really bad. Cause
did y'all hear what President Obama said about it? He was like, man, everything's just in automatic. Like my response, the coverage, everything. It's like we see it, then we move on. It's just we have become numb to it. I totally agree. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. You just kind of. Yeah.
Now, Jeb Bush, he said that stuff happens. They asked him about it. And he was they asked him. They said, "Hey, you know, with this stuff." Well, they was talking about it, and he was saying like, you know, stuff happens if you. And it was just Democrats jumped all over that.
Oh, I bet.
He went to Yale. What do you think? Stuff happens at community college.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, they said Obama asked the people to compare the number of gun violence crimes to terrorists. And if you look at it, it's crazy. Like terrorists is like zero, like less than 3,000 in the last 10 years. Gun violence is up in the over 90,000.
Yeah.
But they spend a lot more money on terrorism.
Yeah.
You might want to flip that around.
Flip it.
And even in Australia, because Australia, they used to have mass shootings, and they got rid of their guns in '96. And then ever since '96, there has not been one mass shooting.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean they got rid of guns? Like
they used to have guns, like we had guns in Australia, but then in '90 they had I think in New Zealand they had a mass shooting, and the government came in and said, "Okay, people, we taking your guns." And there has not been.
So nobody has guns.
I mean, they probably have one here or there, but it's not easily available.
Not even the police.
The police probably got guns, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, but
the public.
The public, general public. Yeah, so they got rid of those guns.
There's no gun shops or anything they can buy them. They just can't get guns.
I didn't look that deep into it. I didn't know that they got rid of their they don't have guns like we have guns. They got rid of their guns. I think they took the public guns away.
So
I don't know the ins and outs of it, but it went down to zero since '96.
What about stabbings?
Stabbings? I mean, I don't know. They probably still have kangaroo attacks and ostrich wars. You know?
I have a coworker. Those kangaroos are dangerous. I have a coworker, and when he was younger, I guess he was volunteering or helping out at a zoo, and he got attacked by a kangaroo.
How do you get attacked by a kangaroo?
It's so funny. She can't finish.
Yeah, these kangaroos. Hey, kangaroos are no joke. I saw a video of a kangaroo choke another kangaroo out. Yeah,
you always see him stalking somebody.
This kangaroo came and they were fighting, and this kangaroo got the other kangaroo in a literal chokehold and just held it there until that kangaroo just slumped over. Yeah, it went to sleep. I was like,
wow.
Kangaroos don't care.
Kangaroos, apparently, their kick, because they go up on that tail and they kick their legs, is very strong. That's where their strength is.
Kangaroos in their legs. That life.
Yeah.
But kangaroos not hop backwards.
That's why no one mess with Roo on them.
Yeah.
That's why they
can't go backwards.
So like all or nothing. I ain't backing down.
Yeah. You know, that's why no one mess with Rue on Winnie the Pooh. They mess with Tigger, Eeyore, Pooh. Rue and the mom were just chilling. Man.
Rue was the rabbit.
Nah, Rue was.
They had a king. Oh, I don't know. I didn't watch Winnie the Pooh. I'm sorry.
It's okay, man. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. Speaking of for everybody, you know, 3 more women came out against Cosby.
I saw that. I'm so.
This is the new it thing to do, apparently.
I think that brings the count over 50. That means that man was raping everybody.
How old is he?
Shoot, 70, 80. He's up there.
Yeah, I think it's 73, something like that.
He's up there. Yeah, I mean, but you know, I believe he was getting a lot of tail back in the day.
Cosby was it in his.
Yeah, he was on that I Spy before he was even on the movies.
Yeah, he had like how many shows, TV shows?
Yeah, he's in there.
He was everywhere.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't think he was raping all these. I think he might have raped one, maybe one. I think because you know, this was my theory. I feel like back in the day, everybody did Quaaludes. You know what I mean? That was the drug to do.
So now that it's so taboo.
Yeah, now it's so taboo. So he was. I mean, because the way he said it was like, yeah, I gave him drugs. Like it was like it wasn't like. I don't think he snuck it to him. I'm sure these girls, you've been going with girls that like to do stuff when they want to get, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, can you bring me some bring some drink over, bring some Quaaludes over. So they probably came over, gave some Quaaludes, and that's what he did. Now, maybe one girl probably was like no and went to pass out, and he probably took it too far, and he probably felt bad. But the other 49 plus,
that was probably the one he married.
No. I think that's the one that actually sued him back in the day that the whole thing started, like the one that they like 20, 30 years ago. That one, that's probably that one. These other ones that are just popping up now, I think that they just.
Did he stop after that, or did he?
I mean, I think he probably was more careful. My theory is he was probably more careful. It'd be like in college. You know how you be drinking with girls and you like kicking in like maybe if a girl pass out, like I had all them date rape things that happen in college.
Oh yeah,
you know.
Oh, date rape.
Yeah, all that. So like the guy might take it too far, probably feel bad, and like he won't stop drinking with the girl, but he'll at least slow down. Be like, okay, I'm not doing that again. Probably feel bad, but I don't think Cosby was raping no 50.
That's a lot of work.
Mike Tyson.
Man, I don't know. I just can't see. That's too many. What you think, Hop?
I don't know, bro.
Yeah, sound like it.
That's a lot of women.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
That's the it thing to do. He probably bought, a big bag.
He might buy like a.
He might get rid of him somehow.
He might buy the signs from Quaaludes from Costco.
Lord.
Oh my God. Anyway, we're gonna go some more music. We'll be back with some more immense music. This is Cochise.
This is Droski.
Judy Luv. Yeah.
Hey, welcome back to Immense Music with Cochise.
This is Droski.
Judy Luv.
Yeah, we was over here talking about participation trophies during the break. The pros and cons of them.
Yeah, me personally, I like them. I agree with them, but apparently I'm the only one.
Yeah, he's
you're the only one.
Yeah, you and these non-athletic people.
Yeah, I mean, I was on teams, and that's all I got was participation trophies, and I hated it. I hated getting participation trophies because it's like I ain't do nothing to get it. It's like it's just a trophy everybody got. It's nothing special. Like I like being unique. If I'm best at something and they give me something, that's it. Like if I'm number one, ain't nobody else is gonna get this. But everybody get a participation. It's just.
I like something solid to show that hey, I did this. I went to practice. You got
your memories. Your memories.
Yeah, take some pictures.
Yeah, take
Nobody
some
else
pictures.
can see the memories though.
You take your pictures when your mama drop you off. Yeah. Tell her to stay, take a few pictures, and there's your memory. You don't need no participation trophy.
Yeah, I mean, you look at them for a few years. Somebody say, "Hey, what you get that for?"
Participation.
Yeah,
I went. Yeah, you can't.
No,
you have to do something special. Like what's that guy? The football player that took his son's participation trophy away?
I don't know, but I'd love him for that.
Yeah, this football player, I can't remember his name, but he took his son's participation trophy away, and the media just jumped on him like, you can't take his trophy. That's his participation trophy. And I'm looking like, you didn't earn it.
Yeah.
You didn't earn it.
So what one team just always good, just always beast about every other team. I mean, It just sucks. Like, you got 100 other little kids.
Well, they need to work harder. Like, it's about work. Like,
in that case, they got team trophies and they have individual trophies. So if you have like a team that's going to win a championship every year, the other team might not get a championship trophy, but if they have a cold player on the team, you know what I mean?
So,
like a team trophy,
second and third place was what? Maybe that's why they got gold, silver, and bronze.
Yeah, I mean, team trophies are different. Like, team trophies are different than individual trophies. Individual trophies, ain't no place in individual trophy for participation. Like a team, even
let's call it a practice trophy then.
No. Why are you trying to give away all these trophies? Trophies is it's supposed.
Parents spend their money on something. They want something to show for it.
Well,
then they need to go to the store and buy them a trophy.
Man, they can't make their kid good.
Then they can.
They need to find something their kid's good at. Like everybody is not supposed to play sports. Sports is not for everybody.
Yeah, he might need to kid say, "Hey, this is what I want to do. I want to."
If it's what he want to do, he need to work
then,
to get harder.
That's your job as a parent to guide your kid in the way.
Say, hey man, let me slide your little son. Get my son on that team. He want that big.
He need to work. He need to put in hours and.
No, some kids. Yes. If you just not, if your kid doesn't have that talent and he doesn't have the work ethic, then you just need to say, you need find something you like to do, and this ain't really for you. Do this for fun.
Man, they got a lot of good players on some bad teams, like Alvin Knox. He never got the big trophy, the so-called ring. But he never got that, but he was a great player.
He still got trophies. He got all-star appearances. He got first team.
Man, he got state championship in basketball and football in the same year. Dude was a hell of an athlete, but still, he didn't get that trophy, that ring. He was a hell of a player. So
that's a team trophy. You can help the team you're on.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
But that's a team. You're talking about a team trophy.
Y'all are going to the left. We're talking about strictly participation trophies.
I'm saying, so all right.
Individual trophies. Team trophies are different. That's the team.
Man, I say. It's good to have something to show.
So you think everybody should get a trophy? Everybody in the world just get a trophy. If you're on a team, everybody should get a trophy. Why should everybody?
You're on a sucky team your whole life, so you don't have nothing to show.
But that's a team trophy. We're talking about individuals.
That's what I'm saying.
Individual trophies. A team trophy is participation is the individual thing. Like they don't give participation trophies for teams. They get first place, second place, third place, but then they give participation to everybody that joined the league or whatever. Okay. And that's horrible. They do that so people can feel good. People like yourself. I know,
that's why
no talented individuals.
But I'm saying
it's for the kids, man. You gotta look at it. Think about
these kids need to work.
They gotta learn something.
They have to learn. Like
if they take away participation trophies, sports will die.
It's not gonna die. It's not gonna die.
Gonna be like, man.
It's not gonna die. It's like
they feel like they work so hard and they ain't get rewarded.
If it's not for them, I mean, it's not gonna die.
It's not gonna die. They just started giving participation trophies out like recently, like to everybody.
Yeah.
I got one when I was in the YMCA. Man, we sucked, but I still got a trophy. A little winged angel looking trophy. Everybody got a trophy. I liked it. I put it on the fireplace. Like, fire.
Lord.
What other trophy did you get?
What other trophy? I got a lot of those.
Participation?
Yeah, it's probably about 4. Fireplace full of them.
Oh, Lord.
Only trophy I ever earned was that domino trophy. I did feel good. I felt great about that one. So, that's the one I bragged about.
Exactly.
It feels good to earn it, but at the same time, it still looks good to have them.
No, don't.
Don't. I'm telling you, man. That is why we are a society filled with people that are doing. That's why China, everybody's passing us because they working and we just participating.
Yeah, we looking good.
They're looking at their kids and they're practicing. They're like, you know what, that sucked. You need to work a little harder. And it's like, I can't work any harder. Yes, you can. And we're trying to baby and be like, oh, you can do it. Oh, you want to run, knowing he can't run. Instead of just saying, okay, I know you like running, but it's not for you. You need to try something else. You run on the side. You run in your free time, but that's not what you're gonna do. You suck. You just can't do it.
What if Michael Jordan said that when he got kicked off the team?
Okay.
Only one or two things.
This is what happened with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was a freshman. He didn't make the varsity team, so it wasn't like he didn't make a team. He just didn't make the top team, and he got mad. But he still was on the team and killing it. And then you see what happened. If he had made the team, they'd be no Michael Jordan. If he said, you know what, he came out there, let's put him on the team. Give him a participation trophy. Like, he'd have been like, I don't have to work hard.
If this is something somebody really wants to do and someone tells them no, it's either going to say they're not going to do it or it's going to make them work even harder to prove them wrong. So when in doubt, it's a win-win.
But they're kids, they're supposed to do what they're told. So it's like, hey, nah, you're not good at it.
So when you were a kid, you did everything you were told?
I tried to. I tried,
Anyway.
That's crazy. I don't like it. Kids, people too soft. It makes them too soft. That people need to hear the truth. If you suck doing something, then you suck doing something.
That's all there is to it. I can't sing as much as I want to sing.
You can't sing.
I can't sing. No. But if you give me a trophy every time I sing, then I'm gonna keep on singing.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be bad for the whole world.
I think that's gonna cut. That's all right. Just think about all the bad kids and people at sports. All the bad people on all the teams, take all of them away. That's going to limit. You probably won't have a team.
No, what you'll have is you will have parents that enjoy going to the games because there are some good competition going on. Like you got kids. You go to the games. Your games, they probably suck because the kids just run around, don't even know what a basketball is, kicking it like a soccer ball just because they want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then you have 3 kids over here that know what they're doing, and then they spaced out between all the teams, and they frustrated. But now if you get rid of all the bad kids, then you're gonna
have 3 kids.
Now you're gonna have
one-on-one.
No, you have a team full of those good kids and at least people that know what the sport is.
And then you're gonna have 6 parents there.
Hey.
If it's a good game, people will go regardless of who's in it.
I ain't going. My kid ain't playing. I ain't going. I just playing this simple. And if I pay for him to have the jersey and the membership, gotta waste. I don't say waste gas. I gotta keep taking.
No, yeah, you wasting gas.
You're wasting gas.
Hey, I need to see that trophy. Like I need that here.
But see, that's what you said. You need to see that trophy. That's fine, but get out there and make them work for it. Like, don't say I need you to get this trophy, and then when you get home from practice,
like, I need you
go sit on the go watch TV.
Yeah,
you be like, you want a trophy? Okay, after practice, come home and do 5 more hours and make this free throw shot. If you want a trophy, I better not see you miss a free throw shot. That's the only difference. We're not saying for him not to work. We're just saying if you want a trophy, work harder. And people won't get there if you're soft.
What about in the meantime? In between time, before you get the trophy, your first, second, third year, you might not get a trophy.
Work harder.
You gotta work. That's what it's called, work.
That's what the pain and sweat. That's what makes when you finally get it.
That's why at the end of the year, when they have the championship game, all that work that the teams put in, they get the championship trophy. They have to wait that period of time before they can get there. They don't get a trophy every game.
But let's think about it like this: whenever the team wins a trophy, how many big, huge trophies do they buy? They buy 1 trophy.
Yeah.
What do the rest of the team get? The little medium-sized trophy. So it's like, I understand when you compare your little baby one next to the medium and the grande, you're going to be like, yeah, all right, I need to work harder because I want to get that big trophy next year. But hey, I'm glad I got this one to show that I played this year. But
you're still representative of that big one because they, like in the NBA, they got the every team got that big trophy, the Stanley Cup or whatever they got, and then it's like that's the trophy that represents what that team did, and everybody gets like a symbol of being on that team.
Exactly.
But other teams,
you don't get a symbol for just doing.
But they on a winning team. That's a team trophy. That's
a team trophy.
They didn't win.
They don't get nothing.
Then they don't get a second place trophy.
But they swear they lost by 1 point.
It's a losing. Losing is losing. It's that's the world it is. You either win or you lose. Like everybody's trying to put all this like, oh well, you almost won. No, there's winners and there's losers and stuff. That's all it is to it. Yeah, you may have worked.
Keep going.
You may have worked really, really hard and lost, but it's you still lost, and you need to cope with that and figure out what it is so next year you can try to do better. But in this world now, it's like nobody ever can lose, nobody can ever fail because it's like, oh well, you do a good job and aka participation. No,
and then they get down to the real world and they hurt because they show up at the job and then they just do nothing and they being like they expect all these accolades and
nobody wants to work and sweat and put in time anymore.
I got you. I understand, but I think that's just the world as it is. You can't make everybody, you can't push everybody. Not everybody want to be superstars.
Then they don't want them trophies then.
They don't want the trophy. That's not.
But you still need something to do. Hey, they might just want to hang out, but at the same time, they want some type of memorabilia. You can't keep the YMCA jersey. So what you gonna take? Those pictures that they make you take, and then you gotta pay the package.
Well,
everything's a hustle, huh?
Whatever they want, they gotta whatever they want, whether for trophy, a job, whatever they want, they gotta work for it. That's basically it. You can't get nothing without working for it.
So people go all their life, because there's only so many trophies. There's only so many number one spots.
Okay.
And everybody else just like, hey, man, I played football 12 years. I ain't never get a trophy.
Okay.
I participated every year. Like, what you got to show for it? Nothing. They only got one trophy. Like, that sucks, man.
It does suck.
But at the same time,
it wasn't good.
At the same time, do you really want to hear about somebody that played 12 years of football from first grade through high school and he didn't do anything but sit on the bench? Do you want to hear that story? Do you want him to tell you his story?
His bench story?
Yeah. Man, I
remember when my one touchdown.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah, you don't want to hear that story?
Man.
You don't want to tell that story.
I got this one.
Yeah. So most you're going to do is like, I know so-and-so who went to... And I mean, then there are some things that if you're good enough, even if you're on a bad team, you'll still get rewarded for. Like, if you're look at Seth Curry. Mm-hmm. Not Seth Curry, Stephon Curry, right? Uh-huh. He went to Davidson. He went into the biggest college school, but he made the NBA. Like, if you make the NBA, then automatically that's your own little mini trophy right there. Just making it means you're the best of the best.
So what he got to show for it?
Well, I mean, he got a championship, but I mean, the other people like who's that dude? Jason Collins. Jason Collins, he made the NBA. If you have to go to him, like, hey, can you play ball? Like, I made the NBA. It's like, well, you can probably beat me.
Yeah.
You don't need a trophy.
Wait, I have nothing to show for it.
He got that NBA jersey.
Okay. I say we just agree to disagree.
You just want something to have a trophy.
Yeah. Just a trophy.
I just
gonna buy
all the
him.
trophies I got. Real talk. I was glad I put them up. Like, yeah.
He up here shining his participation trophies.
Yeah, I get that trophy. I just woke up. My dad just had this for me. I just woke up. My dad just gave this to me for waking up. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just when you want to you want to wake up.
That's what you should do. You should just buy him a closet full of trophies. And give at the end of the week. Give him a trophy.
Give him a Waco trophy.
Yeah. You made it to Friday. Let me give you a trophy. Congrats.
Friday trophy.
Here's your Friday trophy. Congrats.
Oh, okay. All right.
You don't need to coach no teams, Mike.
Yeah, I went. Hey, all right. I'm all about the self-esteem. All right.
Oh, man. You need to be a counselor then.
Yeah, I guess so.
Don't be a coach.
My remedy is to give everybody trophies. Oh, they mad? Just give them all trophies.
Oh,
don't be mad.
Make the parents pay for it up front.
Anyway, there was some big news on Monday that was interesting. It was the supermoon. Anybody watch the supermoon here?
I saw it, but it didn't look. It looked like that all week, pretty much.
What day was it? Was it Monday?
Yeah, it was Monday. It was the supermoon, but Tuesday, that moon was huge.
Yeah, I think they missed it. No.
Like Tuesday. You saw it on Tuesday?
Yeah, they missed it by a day.
They missed it by one day. Everybody going out there on Monday, taking pictures, putting it on Facebook of the clouds and that pale colored moon.
That clear dot.
True, but we were driving on Tuesday. That moon looked like
and it was low too.
Yes.
Everybody stayed inside and missed the Tuesday real supermoon.
That was huge. I was like, oh my! I was driving and I couldn't fall on the road because it was like right there. I was like, oh my gosh, look how big it is.
They missed it by that was a supermoon.
I'm gonna have to pull over and just.
That was glad I work at night.
Know who told everybody that?
Yeah.
People who got participation trophies. They didn't have to do no work. They just said, well, it's gonna be sometime this week. Monday, forget it. Yeah, Monday's good.
Monday's good.
Anyway, we about to go to some more music. We'll be back with some more immense music with Cochise, Droski, and Judy Luv. All right, welcome back. This is immense music with Cochise,
Droski,
and Judy Luv,
and we have a special guest, Snipershot, in the house.
What up?
What it has to do? Snipe shooter.
Snipes.
So, Yeah, Snipershot. Tell us a little bit about. So, where are you from? Because you talk a lot about East Dallas.
Yes, sir. I am born and raised in East Dallas, kind of like in the White Rock Lake area. So.
Oh, okay. Kind of out there about Mosquitoes.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, you say you've been around the world. It seemed like when you were telling us a little while, you went to Australia.
Yep. Moved out of my house with my studio and sold all my possessions and just took off with a suitcase. I went to Tonga first. I was like,
I don't even know where Tonga is.
It's just a bunch of islands in the middle of the ocean. It's by Fiji in the South Pacific Ocean. And that was a crazy experience, and ended up traveling around for almost 2 years before coming back to America. So it was a humbling and growing experience, and helped me mature a lot more as a man, you know what I'm saying, just survive in other countries no matter what the circumstances,
Yeah, okay.
I was like homeless in Australia for like 2 weeks, bumming around on rappers' couches and just like anything I could, and when you face adversity, I think it helps you grow and be stronger.
Yeah, I heard one of my friends just travel a lot, and they said that he was next to the military. He said that it teaches you like where your priorities lay, like as far as like what Americans like and like what other people.
I could see that.
Yeah, did you find that kind of be similar to your experience?
Yeah, I mean, no amount of paid education can give you an education of just going out there and traveling and living out of a suitcase, and it just also made me realize that I can just survive on less. When all you have is one suitcase, and then when I came back, I still had so much clothes, and I was just like, I don't need all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's also cool to connect with people. You see the differences and you see the similarities. I mean, we're all human beings here, and we all face the same things, and just different cultures, and people have their, different words and different ways they do things and stuff. So it's very humbling and educational for sure to travel. I recommend it to anybody who can break away from the system and just go out there and do it. You know?
Get out the matrix. Huh?
You just gotta jump. I mean, it's like you don't know what's gonna happen. You just gotta get on the edge and take that leap of faith.
Yeah. I want to travel, but I'm scared a little bit. Just kind of.
I would like to travel, but I
think I'm too attached to the system.
I feel you, man. It can be difficult, but I'm living proof that it can be done for sure,
Yeah,
Okay.
I've always wanted to backpack, which is really odd. I've always kind of wanted to backpack around.
I was a suitcaser, not a backpacker. I'll do a little bit bigger, but.
Sure. So, when did you start doing music, and like what influenced you to start? And did you start at an early age, or was it something that...
I didn't. I am a late music bloomer. I've always loved music. Like, I remember I went to see, like, Bryan Adams and Michael Jackson when I was, like, 3, like, making my parents, like, take me, I think. Maybe I was, like, 4,
Yeah, Michael Jackson, amazing.
And, so I've always loved music, and, like, I remember in 5th grade, my babysitter was jamming Gangstar. Hard to earn, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, like that Saturday, I got my mom take me up there and buy me the explicit one or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And so I've always loved hip hop from like pretty early age, Yeah, I love lots of music, I'm open minded to anything, but hip hop's definitely had like a theme. And once upon a time, I was pretty good ball player in football and soccer. I had some scholarship offers and stuff like that, and I used to play soccer down in Austin. And this dude on my team from Oklahoma taught me how to freestyle, and then
that was it.
It was a wrap.
So that was like, when I was like 19. Okay. So that was just getting started, just freestyling for fun and stuff. And then by 2007, that's when I really started producing my own beats.
Hit the ground running, huh?
Yeah, really focusing on making songs, not just... I used to make these freestyle mixtapes with my buddy. He'd just throw down records, and I'd just sit there and we'd just do like an hour-long freestyle session, and I used to really pride myself on that. I used to do contests in Austins and stuff like that, but freestyling's fun and everything, but I'm really trying to focus this creativity into a more business direction now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. Because
we need to be making songs,
Yeah.
Actually,
albums.
Because actually... Well, that's how we were in college.
Yeah,
we used to do the same thing with freestyle with the boys, because we had a boy named Tino he's rap, but then like none of us, we just like you listen to music, and actually one of our boys, IYBD, he's a rapper now, kind of on the same path you took. Just started somebody taught him how to do it, he kind of did it. But now you said you were a good athlete, right? Now,
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, I still got it in here somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
I believe you. But I kind
need
of
to hit the gym, you know.
But I kind of want your take. We had a little dispute earlier about participation trophies. What's your take on participation trophies? Does everybody need one, or do you think trophies should be reserved for the talented and the people that work hard?
That's a very interesting question. I mean, I see the value on both sides of that coin, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a competition, right? So, you know, somebody is attempting to win the game or competition or whatever.
Right.
But then at the same token, I guess I do see everybody's trying hard, and so maybe, you know, it would be more considerate to
this
give
man trying to
everybody
sell
a trophy.
albums. He's trying to appease everybody.
Nah, but hey, the winners can get a bigger trophy, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I still got all my trophies, you know, I got the real big ones, I got the little teeny cup, but we didn't quite win that tournament, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's all good.
I'm not an advocate of participation trophies.
Yeah. I'm cool with the participation, you know, but there's going to be a little smaller.
Yeah.
It should be a lot smaller. It should be non-existent.
Yeah, because
they get a handshake.
Because that's
handshake in the picture.
All I got, and my brother, he didn't get any participation trophies. If he got a trophy, it was 1 or 2nd place, and that's all he got. And that's all I got was participation trophies, and I hated those trophies. Hated them. My mom tried to take them, be like, "Oh, this is the only trophy you got." It's like, that's not a trophy.
It's not a
trophy. And my brother,
so it like affected you actually in a negative way. Flip the script on you.
I was like, okay, sports is not for me. Let me go try to find what my next thing should be. So.
Well, that's what, you know. That's how life shows you what path you need to be on.
I agree.
If it don't make you feel good, then it means you need to make a change.
Exactly.
That's
right, man. We were listening to your mixtape 3.
Yes, sir. Just dropped earlier this month.
Right. It's good.
Fresh out in the streets.
Yeah, I liked it, man. You have a lot of songs where you tend to talk a lot of shit on it, I thought.
Yeah, there are some of those. You know what I'm saying? I definitely try and strive to do mostly positive music, but hey, man, life ain't positive 24/7. Right. So sometimes I gotta say, you know what, F y'all. And that's real talk.
Man, I wish we had the song F the Radio.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah, a lot of people like that one. Got the Lady Gaga sample in it. Like similar to that, like a Millie. Lil Wayne kind of. It's kind of like a similar vibe, you know. Except I'm definitely doing some hating.
I wouldn't say it was hating. I think it was just
I found it
funny. It was that talking that noise.
I heard it. I got halfway through the song as I wasn't expecting it, and I heard it. I'm like, okay. I was like, what? It's like, wait, okay, we gotta start this.
She was like Kevin Hart. We were playing, and she was like, "What did you just say?" She's like, "I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready."
I mean, in my music and in my personal life, I can be quite blunt. You know.
Okay. I like that. That's why I was like, what?
Everybody likes blunts.
Hey, hold up. But yeah, I mean, and one of my mottos, even too, just the way I live my life, is that, you know, life is short. You know what I'm saying? This could be the last interview I ever do or something. You know, we don't know what's ahead of our path here. You know, so I try and do the most every day, and just try and focus on being in the moment. You know.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go to some music, and we're gonna actually play one of your songs, man. What song would introduce one of your songs, man, and tell us a little bit about it.
You tell me which one you want to drop off.
Shoot, let's do "Walking in the Clouds."
Okay. So earlier this year, last year I lived in LA, and I lived with a trap DJ Manny Palooza. What up, dog?
Shout out to Manny Palooza.
I miss you, homie. Anyway, and every day, man, he would do an hour-long set and play trap. You know, just heavy bass, just. You know, and I grew up going to raves. I used to borrow this dude's ID from my football team in high school and sneak in these raves, and so that's always been a part of, you know, like I said, I like all kinds of music.
Right.
And so this is an album I dropped called In Tune. It's just an EP. It's 5 songs. And it's basically an experiment of me doing some more EDM trap type music. And there's a real cool music video out there, so go check it out on my website, snipershot.org.
Yeah. We're gonna go to it. All right, welcome back to Immense Music with the Cochise, Droski, and Judy Luv and Snipershot, Snipe Shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about your website, man.
Yes, sir.
And if you haven't been to Snipershot.org, you might want to go. Just if not for the music, at least for the visuals. You got to just to look. But while you're there, definitely check out the music.
Yeah.
But
and you can check out the store, and I got my blog in there. I got all kinds of organic food recipes and weird things that I'm into. You know what I'm saying? And of course, all the behind the scenes stuff. So Snipershot.org, please check it out. I appreciate you.
Oh, most definitely. It was a very nice website. Now this is Judy's cup of tea. She's a graphic designer, marketer, so
I like that.
So she had to go look and analyze it.
All right, cool. I got the professional perspective. You know what I'm saying?
It was all lined up, clicked on every tab. I didn't get bored, so it's good.
All right, 2 thumbs up for that.
Yes,
I'm doing that right. All right, cool.
You can check that one off your list.
Official.
I don't give out participation. If it sucks, I'm gonna let you know.
Okay, let's say that real quick though. I mean, should a rapper who puts in not much effort, does he get you know what I'm saying? Does he get a trophy? Is when everybody else is out here grinding 1,000 times harder? You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is real life. You know what I'm saying? So his trophy would be that money, them views, or them likes, or whatever he's gonna get. So if he ain't trying, then he just ain't trying.
Yep.
So
gotta get it.
You gotta get it.
Yeah.
Man. I agree to disagree on this one.
It's alright.
Hey, we put the money in up front. Hey, let me get that trophy.
And I feel bad because we don't have a website. We need to get a website.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should. That's because we're done with him. See, he deals with participation trophy. That's
okay.
Anyway, so now you would tell us a little bit more about your brand, the Snipe Shooter brand that you were talking about a little earlier.
Yes.
You say you're trying to get pretty much everybody involved, not just rappers and hip hop heads, but global.
Yeah, I mean, music is a universal language. It transcends a lot of barriers. Goes straight to the heart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I truly believe. I mean, you can call it whatever you want, but my music is soul music because that comes from a higher source, and it's it's very deep and special to me. You know what I'm saying? This is like my therapist session here. When I gotta say F the radio or whatever. Because we're branching out. I do a lot of different stuff. Just did a reggae track the other day, and we're just experimenting with different sounds and just trying to keep it fun, man. That's what music's supposed to be, but we're building the brand, and the stuff we're talking about is more positive. I'm not talking about my Lambo and my champagne bottle with this chick with big boobs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about real life here, and how can we be better, and what are we going to do for our children, our next generation. And these are things that I want to put music out there that's going to make somebody have a better day or empower themselves. I don't want somebody to think, oh, now I got to go sell a brick of cocaine because this is the only way I'm going to make it out here. And I want to show people that there's a brighter path. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not really trying to be like religious or preachy, but it does kind of touch on that. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all trying to make it out here, you know.
Because even on that mixtape 3, you talked on something like Fly on the Mic. You talked about you don't want to write another man's life, So it seemed like you very much try to write about what you experience and stuff that touches you and what you feel. So I feel that. So you kind of look at yourself as a conduit. Music just kind of flows through you, not from you.
Something. I mean, because it starts from nothing, and then all of a sudden, and I mean, it's crazy how the creative energy can all of a sudden hit you, and bam, you just knocked out 3 verses in like 20 minutes, and it's fire, and it's like, where the hell did that come from? Like, So I mean, I think there is something really spiritual about music, and you can kind of see that in my art. We use like a lot of ancient symbols and stuff like that in my
definitely
different art pieces in my albums and stuff like that. So
right, the spirituality and the Dallas aspect all come through.
That's what I saw.
I've been wanting to ask you about the look. I mean, you can't help but notice a certain likeness.
All right, now let me just go ahead and describe what's going on. If you look at the album, you're gonna see that he looks a lot like Jesus in his album.
Snipe Jesus.
Jesus in Dallas.
So how many times a day do you get that?
It depends. If I'm down somewhere like where there's a lot of drunk people, I get that a lot. But I mean, yeah, I get it a lot. It is what it is, man. I'm too lazy to shave or cut my hair, so we just roll with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right on.
Okay. Go ahead. Don't be scared of the beard. It's really soft and friendly, and it's all good.
I didn't know whether you were trying to pattern the likeness out of after Jesus, or you were just taking advantage of the culture, the Duck Dynasty thing.
I don't know.
I can't grow one, but
to be honest, I never thought I could either. And when I went to Tonga, I was I was literally on a deserted island for a month. Like, this opportunity fell into my lap. I got to take care of this all solar powered, and they catch all their water through rainwater. It was a resort, with Tongan huts, and what I'm saying, I had like a couple of Tongan homeboys out there with me and stuff. And you can only get on and off with a boat. Yeah. You gotta have gas for the boat. And anyways, it was a crazy experience, but I just was like, why do I need to shave? I'm out here. I mean, I can just walk around naked on this island. Ain't nobody gonna see me. So, and that's how it started. And then from there, I kind of was like, hey, I can kind of sort of pull this off, and been rocking it ever since.
Yeah, everybody likes a beard.
Beard to
I did chop it off in L.A. A lot of people in Dallas didn't actually see that, but I did go all the way down clean again.
Really?
Dude, if I go shave and come back, you will not know who you were talking to. But hey, man, I'm fly without a beard, I'm all right looking chap.
LA is the land of I don't want to say the fakeness, but I think there's a lot of superficialness out there.
Ding ding ding, you are correct, sir. And I was right in the thick of it. I was living right next to downtown LA, and
how close that to Hollywood? I'm not sure that
I worked in Hollywood. Lil Jon was one of my regulars. Okay.
I like him.
Okay, that's what's up. Well traveled. Seems like you had a lot of connections everywhere. Huh?
Hey, I'm always trying to build a network. I do not burn bridges. If you jack me up, I'll put a little roadblock there. But I am not a bridge burner. And I'm always trying to build my network, build my web, and positive, like-minded people who are excited and creative and thinking outside the box. I'm like, hey, let's do it.
Man, I feel you on that.
That's good.
That's very, very good philosophy.
Which is why I'm happy to be up here meeting all y'all today. It's precious, Sniper.
How'd you come up with your name, Snipershot?
Oh, man.
I like that phase. It's going to be a good story. It's going to be good.
Well,
somebody with such
it's kind of a fuzzy memory. I used to have a pretty wild past, so I'm pretty lucky to be here today. But
okay.
So did you leave for Tonga, or you got exiled?
No. It wasn't like I had to break out or nothing. But it was sort of like I had to break out because I was sick of my office job. And I was managing an office, and I was like, no, I ain't doing it.
So you just left.
But so it has something to do with getting what some refer to as dome in the bathroom of my high school.
Right on.
And our running back on our football team, Kenny, we used to kind of have this little joke in the hallway, and we go, shots! and the bathroom one was sniper shots! Nobody knew what was going down. And then, I don't know, a couple years later, I started rapping, and I honestly cannot remember exactly why I just 100% went with that, but a lot of people think it's real negative, and the kind of SEO stuff I'm facing on the web is like all the wars we fight and all the video games. So there's the snipers, killing, and I'm like, nah, let's all love each other. Like, why is your name Snipershot? So. But we're just shooting bullets of love and truth. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I gotta say F the radio, and that's just the way it goes.
See, I thought you named it because, like, after listening to your music, it's kind of straightforward. So it's like you shoot like a sniper with your words. Like,
that's true.
You don't miss. You kind of be
one hit quit.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But
that's another good connotation there.
Yeah,
for sure.
He said
that with the girl say. Droski. That was a great story, though.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you're only going to get the truth from me. The truth is stranger than fiction. Seriously. Life is a trip, man. You'll hear me say that a lot in my music. Life is weird, and just trying to ride that wave.
Yeah. I like that. Every time you say that, dude, smile. I see why now.
he got those bullets of love. You know what I'm talking about? So.
It's love.
Yeah. I like that.
Your partner here looking like, She said, I should have stayed outside.
Won't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, go ahead, introduce yourself.
We got another artist in here with us today. She's working on her debut album. She's also a published author. You want to reach over here?
Yeah.
She's very soft-spoken.
Yes.
Hey, I'm Cass.
There it is, the cast.
You can pick up her book, Fractals in Flight, Cassimanius, on Amazon.com. Check it out.
Nice. All right, man. I want to go to the next song, man. It is Laid Back. Tell us a little bit about Laid Back.
Laid Back Chillin'. It's got the same sample as a Trey song that I used to grow up listening to. I can't think of the name of it right now, but same sample. It's got a real laid back Texas vibe. My homeboy who I grew up with, Veeaye, another talented man out of East Dallas and close homeboy of mine, is on the track as well. And it's just a feel-good summer Texas track, just like let the windows down, feel the breeze, and everything is all good. It's like that type of track.
Something you can play headed to
just
the
talking
fair.
about. I'm feeling pretty good. Just talking about it,
I like it. The perfect weather now. It's cool. You can really let your windows down now.
Yeah, but it's a real feel-good track, so y'all check it out.
All right, we'll be back with some more Immense music and Snipershot, but check out Laid Back.
Oh yeah.
Welcome back. This is the Immense Music, Cochise.
And Droski.
Judy Luv.
And go ahead.
Shoulder!
Hey, Cass, can you hit that TMI? That TMI. Go ahead, Cass. We can't hear it. Do it with the mic. Hear the mic.
Dear my.
Love it.
All right. Yeah, we was over here just talking about the responsibilities that artists have in the break, man. So, different philosophies. so what's your philosophy as far as the responsibilities that artists have, or with this platform that they've been given?
Well, I mean, 2015, any independent artist can put something out there worldwide in a matter of a few clicks.
That is true.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, what we were just talking about was kind of like people, if you're able to recognize the power that you have when you can influence millions of people, maybe at least my philosophy is, if I had that power, I would want to try and empower humanity, to do better for everybody.
Right.
We're all one here, so.
Yeah, basically, I guess let me give you a little background so it makes a little more sense to people that weren't in the conversation. We all have some friends who are talented, but they tend to be more focused on the material stuff, like maybe getting women, getting drugs, clothes and stuff like that. And I was wondering if they, because most of us grew up in the 90s when fun died and it was all violence. Cause, they used to dance in the 80s, and then the 90s came and the cat started. The gangster rap was, high, real high, and so a lot of us older cats, not older, but older than like the 25 and stuff.
He's like, I'm not old. Just to clarify,
we tend to be more in that whole gangster mindset and all that kind of stuff. And I was just wondering if you thought that the music that we grew up with, at least on the radio, had a lot to do with that. And so that's where that came in. And we were talking about how artists have a responsibility to teach one. Yeah,
because they have this platform. So I understand what you're saying. Once you get to a certain point, you need to try to empower people and just send a more positive message. Even when you start having kids, and children, because they're going to listen to your music too. I know, but some people just look at it like, hey, man, it's a job. We all got our jobs. We hate to do it, but hey, they paying you to do it, and they're paying the bills. Like, hey, I'm gonna do what they tell me to do. And I think we said that was selling your soul, but
some people say
look at it.
If you don't do what you love in life, then you're already dead.
I like that. I like that.
I've heard that.
That's one to think on. You sleep on that. Love Snipes.
Snipe philosopher.
I'm going to use that one. Already.
So that's what we were just talking about a little bit in the break.
I like playing advocate. I love that. I like playing devil's advocate. I don't know. I'm sorry.
What you apologizing for?
Yeah, because I do. I love it. because I know, it's nice. He was talking about, the message, and I know I just went left with it. I'm sorry. I just wanted to do it.
Don't be sorry, man. We're straight.
It's like a debate and stuff. It's not that I believe in it. It's just I'm just looking from the other side.
Yeah, it's good to that other side. Yeah,
okay.
We could with the other side of besides the.
I'm not always evil.
Yeah, because you have the side where you got this platform to preach, but then again, you have to get there to the platform, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you might have to do something you don't want to do.
Do a little dirt. Yeah, I understand.
No, go ahead, expand on that, Droski.
You might have to, have a few dirty lyrics. I don't know. Do what you got to do to make it. Then, but when you make it, I don't know. Maybe they're so used to faking it to make it that the faking it becomes real life. So
that's true.
So they got to fake it just to fit in because everybody faking it. I don't know.
You create your own reality, If that's all you're surrounded with all the time, then that's all you know.
You absolutely right.
It's a tricky life we live here.
Yeah. Because you were living in LA for a little bit. Speaking of a tricky lifestyle, now how
couple times.
How was living in LA different compared to living in like anywhere else? Is LA one of the more like wilder places you've lived in, or is it?
LA is it's nothing like anywhere else I have ever lived, period. There's so many people. Like, I lived in Koreatown, which is like the most densely populated area of LA. It's right next to downtown LA, and wild, I don't know, man. I used to be wild. I mean, I guess it's I'm not as wild as I used to be. I'm sure LA could have been real crazy for me. I don't know, but it was a very interesting learning experience. I mean, it's one thing to go visit; it's something to be there every single day. I was the only white boy on my whole street, for multiple streets, and I'm talking people living on people on people on people. Like, people are crammed in. You know what I'm saying?
You're a landmark.
I mean, seriously, I've never really felt like a minority. Like, that was a good learning experience for me. You know what I'm saying?
How did it feel? No, wait.
Go left by the white
you still
guy.
have the beard and hair?
There was a little time I had to shave it off from a health inspector or something. But anyway.
What?
You manage a restaurant. You can't have a beard.
Got you.
Yeah, I'm all about my juice.
I know that's right.
I created a whole juice bar out in LA, and I created the menu and all the logistics for it and everything.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was cool for a while.
Yeah.
Then it got mad corporate, and I had to leave.
It wasn't your calling.
They actually eliminated my position, but that's another thing. That's what things we do to get these albums out, man. It ain't cheap to get 10 projects out there. We work and we put it in 24/7.
10 projects since 2007. What's that? That's more than an album a year.
2008.
2008.
That was when the first album dropped.
Wow.
Nice.
And that's with traveling outside of the States for almost 2 years and all that.
Hey.
And these aren't.
So you have no excuse out there. Real talk.
And these aren't short albums. These are like 17, 18 tracks.
It's about that work ethic.
Yeah.
There's a couple EPs because trying to do different things and
right.
Let's experiment.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's very, very, very nice. All right, man. So
I like it. No excuses.
No excuses.
You gotta get it done.
Today I'm all about the excuses.
That's because he's back. He's used to getting participation trophies.
Yeah.
He don't need to work hard for those.
Man, reason why I ain't get the big one was because I ain't had that excuse.
What they say, excuses are the monumental tools of nothingness, and those who use them seldom amount to anything.
Wow. Hey, okay. Yeah.
Message.
Anyway, we coming towards the end of the show, man. Let the people know where they can find you.
All right. Once again, my name is Snipershot. You can reach me on my website, snipershot.org, for all things snipes.
Snipe shooter.
New project, the mixtape 3, out now. 17 tracks of fire and knowledge straight out that East Dallas. Also, it's at Snipershot Music, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'll always be keeping people up to date with that. Check out my blog. I always got, different interesting things on there and different music stuff and just whatever I think's cool. It's my blog. I do what I want.
There you go.
I like it.
There you go. You seem like
I appreciate you guys having me on.
Sure, y'all check that
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sound like a self-made man. Every time corporate get involved, he bounce.
Yeah. Look at the time. I think I need to go to an island somewhere else in the world because I ain't got time for all that.
Anyway, I think we're going to leave with some Texas shit. Tell us a little bit about that.
Man, shout out to my boy Jay High, East Dallas King. He's a really, really talented guy here in town, and man, it's got a sample of Pimp C on the hook, and man, this is just straight for them Texas boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
All about
Got
Texas.
you. All right. Well, thanks. This has been Immense Music with Cochise.
Droski.
Judy Luv.
And thanks again, Snipershot, for coming through,
Thanks.
man.
Shooter!
We gonna
Shooter.
leave y'all with this Texas shit.
Yeah.
Country rap tunes, bitch. Ticks. Huh.